So, like, where do we even go from here with Roman Reigns? From coming off of a title reign that we're not going to see replicated anytime soon, definitely not this generation, to then coming back as a babyface. And then now, of course, recently he just got back as Ulafala off of Solo Sikoa. If you ask me, this story's been over. They're just milking it now. I'm not even looking at this as part of the... When I say the Bloodline story is the greatest story that's happened in, like, maybe possibly ever, like, it's in contention, I'm not talking about all this stuff that's happening now. I'm talking about the original, like, pandemic carry, all the way up until him, I guess, losing the belt. I already shared my opinions on that. That's not how I would have ended it, but at that point, if nothing else, I'm considering that season 1. Everything else after that, up until this point, we can call it some season 2 shit. This is their main storyline in the company right now, which I like the idea of a big storyline to, I guess, carry a show. But they got lucky with the Bloodline stuff and have not been able to create anything else as big as that. So what is there even left for Roman to do? Other than The Rock, which now there's rumors, apparently it's not going to happen at WrestleMania and whatever. I think it was implied that Roman will be going back after his championship to take it back from Cody. I don't even think that's a good idea at this point. I'd rather Randy take it off Cody, and then if Roman's to get it back off of somebody else that isn't Cody, then sure. But yeah, Roman's basically did everything. He's like the only argument is that he's babyface now, so it might be different because he can't go after the World Heavyweight Championship because he already basically shat on that one and made fun of it. They call it, what do you call it? Loser's bracket trophy or something. So they're gonna have to bring all the milk to keep this Bloodline story going, because I have no idea what's going on here. I don't know what Roman's contract status is, but I wouldn't be surprised if he retires pretty soon. Like, his career path, basically, it looks like the answer to what Cena's career could have been if he did decide to go heel. That period where people were hating Cena because his act was getting old, a heel turn would have done wonders for him, as proven with what Raymond Reigns? As proven by what Roman Reigns just did. And what I don't understand is people who try and deny that. I've seen Cena fans cry out against Roman Reigns in the Big Dog era, for example, during his push, not realizing that Cena had that exact same push. And the main reason why so many people were against that for Roman is because they didn't want to see the Cena formula replicated again with the next guy. But I guess if you gave it 10 years, they would just call Roman the GOAT anyway. I don't know. But yeah, Raw's on Netflix. SmackDown's 3 hours. People complaining that Roman isn't there every week. I think Roman just needs a good rival that they can tell unique stories with. Because the Ulafala is too specific to like Samoan culture, and nobody else on the roster or anyone else has like much of a reason to care about that kind of thing. So if they keep it more grounded within the realms of like actual wrestling and give him a good rival to go back and forth with for another long-term gig, then I think it can be pulled off. But I don't think Cody's that rival. Like, when I think of great rivals in history, I'm thinking Rock Austin, Cena Edge, Cena Orton. It might just be me, but Cody Roman isn't that for me. So is there anyone else right now at the current moment that could be that rival for Roman? Because in my opinion, they missed out on the opportunity of Lashley. They could have went Hurt Business versus Bloodline, but for whatever reason, Triple H just refused to see Lashley like that. They kind of tried to do it with Brock. Maybe they could do it with Drew. I'd be okay if they chose Drew to be that guy, but as long as they built him up to be a little bit more dominant before that. Because he just went from going like basically even with like Jey Uso and Sami Zayn, and then before that losing to like what, CM Punk and Seth Rollins. Like, you can't come off that and then go even with Roman Reigns. Although since turning face, they have degraded Roman a little bit, so maybe it could work. But in my opinion, you level them both back up again. So Drew, let me look at the roster. Hold on, because I feel like I'm missing someone. Because in order for this to continue, it has to be huge storyline carry. Okay, so Roman is Roman SmackDown? Let me look at Raw first, assuming somebody can go through the transfer portal. Because what I'm looking for is somebody that looks believable, like physically. Because Drew and Roman are like similar sizes. Solo standing beside Roman did not look even, and neither has anyone like else, kind of. Dude, I'm looking at the roster right now. Drew is literally the only guy so far. Maybe Gunther, but again, he's got the wrong championship. Let me check SmackDown. Okay, I found 2 more possible people, but before I say who it is, let me just finish looking here. Oh, there's actually 3. Okay, so the third one I scoped is Orton, but I'm going to leave Orton to Cody, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, so the other 2 I was looking at, Jacob Fatu was one of them. Not to make it about Bloodline again, but yeah, no, not I don't want to do that. Not Jacob. Let Jacob find another rival. I like Jacob. He's probably like my favorite of the Bloodline right now. But the whole point of this is to move the storyline away from Bloodline. And if that's the case, then I think you got to pull the trigger on LA Knight. After him and Drew McIntyre, there's like no one else that looks or would feel the part, in my opinion. LA Knight, they've been sleeping on this guy. Raw's been 3 hours, or not Raw. SmackDown has gone up to 3 hours. Raw's on Netflix, so they're flexible. They can do whatever, basically. And the shows feel no different. Like, it seems like it doesn't matter how long the show is. creative is gonna struggle regardless, and they're still gonna book questionably and whatever. Like okay, at the time of this video, Braun Breaker ain't been on for like 2 episodes that he could have been on to make the show better. Gunther, I think, missed out on a couple too, and it's like these are good matches you could have just had, but there was nothing in place of them altogether. Is it really just Drew and LA Knight? Out of LA Knight and Drew, who would be the better rival for Roman? I guess Drew, as far as the storyline is right now, does have unsettled beef with Roman. So that could be used and he could fit in easily with that. And then LA Knight, super over with the crowd. I don't understand why they haven't put a belt on this guy, the big one, or how he's not more in the main event scene yet. But with them wanting Roman to be a face, that would mean LA Knight would have to be a heel. Man, I feel like just turn Roman back heel. Like, did you really have to turn him face? Like, it's not like he changed much anyway. They just changed his theme into a worse theme. There's a part of the score in his theme that annoys the hell out of me. It comes off so try hard. It comes off like it's trying to portray like Roman in some kind of like Marvel movie. Like, picture a pregnant lady about to get hit by a bus, and then Roman swoops in, saves her, and then she thanks him. And then Roman looks at her and says, "No, thank you." And then it just flies off. That's what it feels like. It's so dude, I'm looking at this roster right now. There's so much ill-used talent. I do not get it. Creative should be so much better than it is. What is going on? It's like, it feels like they accidentally struck gold with the Bloodline story, and now they're just running with it and can't think of anything else. They need to change their creative team. I swear to God. I don't know how it works exactly, but I always see them doing their little fucking budget cuts. Wrestlers just getting released. I never see any writers getting fired. They seem to deserve it the most. But yeah, I got another video I'm going to make in a second about something else, so let me just wrap this one up. So if anybody thinks they got someone better than LA Knight or Drew McIntyre to be a high-profile rival for Roman Reigns, drop it in the comments, because I'm talking Rock Austin type scale. I think this is what Roman's going to need, in my opinion, if he's going to keep continuing on any kind of path, storyline-wise, in the company, if a belt is not going to be on the agenda. But yeah, that's all I got for this one, so I'll see you in the next one.
Roman Reigns demanding acknowledgement from the WWE Universe. Wow, I'm gonna need a Hail Mary to come back like this. Bad back. Oh, cold. Kick to the gut. And a big right hand. And the waning moments are ticking away right now. All tied up. This match could go either way. Title change. We have a title change. Celebrating the championship win here.
He rose to the occasion and is adding champion to his resume.